Hi, I'm Cindy, but my friends call me Sindel. Welcome to my channel. With the early access release of Paralives being less than 2 weeks away, I wanted to share a few things. Mainly the latest public updates and announcements, features coming out on release day versus features coming out in the future, the little things that I'm most excited about, and what my plans are for the game when it initially comes out. Anyways, let's get into it. Starting with the latest public updates and announcements, over the last month or so, we've gotten quite the variety. Between the videos, shorts, and posts, we've gotten this Paramaker gameplay video, which I think only just scratches the surface on the incredibly diverse parafolk we're going to be able to make. These 5 paras were actually clones of one another, and I think that speaks volumes in terms of what we're going to be able to do. We also got video coverage on new town events. There's a paper which paras can check daily, featuring upcoming events around the neighborhood, as well as actual news, like Tuesday, Spring 2, the train broke down. Then by Thursday, Spring 4, it's confirmed the train needs a new engine. But there's only one problem. It can only be delivered by train. I need to know more. What happened? We also got this sneak peek post and then a tour video of the Functional Museum.
Functional.
The video shows this para walking around the neighborhood collecting things like mushrooms, gems, and even paintings, and then donating them to the museum. And they get rewards. At 15, it looks like they receive a trophy, and then at 20 donations, they receive 500 paradigms. I can feel a rags to riches coming on. Now, to me, the best part about this museum is the more you donate, the more the museum comes to life. The team also shared some animation showcases like this one of different walk styles for parafolk, along with some animations of NPCs around the town. They did also throw in a short answering some FAQs, and confirmed the devs are in fact okay. Now, I have left the best update for last, or at least it is in my opinion.
Some commenters have said that they'd like to see a little bit more drama and fights. Okay, I'll see what I can do about that.
Not only did we get this comedic gold, which took me the out when I first saw it, but we also got this post with these 4 scenarios. I need the tea. The next topic I want to cover in this video is features coming out on release day versus features coming out in the future. A few days ago, we got this post with a list that looks a little bit more cute than the last few we've gotten, so I'm just going to go ahead and read them out. I'll only be reading the first column of each list, but they will be up on the screen for you so that you can read both. For Live Mode, available day 1 of early access, we get an open world town. Work, which will be rabbit holes and career progression. Personality traits, emotions, needs, wants, and skills. Relationship development, aging and death, along with having children. Character autonomy, doing anything as a group. Shops, restaurants, museums, and a cooking system, along with bills, house fires, and modding tools. For build mode, available day 1 of early access, we get a color wheel for everything, flexible wall placement tools, so we can have walls that are curved and walls at any angle, optional grid for wall placement, and also split level platforms, building multiple floors, moving existing walls, also object resizing, stairs and roof placement, along with fences. Lastly, for Paramaker, available day 1 of early access, we get a color wheel for everything, a height slider, as well as body and face sliders. We also get a tattoo placement tool and layering and mixing of tops. Asymmetry, this is for eye color, socks, and more, along with a genetics system. This brings me to the next point that I would like to discuss, or share, I guess, in this instance, which is the little things that I'm most excited about. Starting with how collectibles actually have purpose in this game, which ties in directly with the museum and its functionality. Now, I am going to be bringing up The Sims 4 for a moment. And just a quick pause here to make it clear that I stand behind boycotting EA. I have the moment the buyout was confirmed. Everyone has to draw the line somewhere, and that's where I stand on the matter. It doesn't mean I'm here to judge what anyone else is doing. That's not my place. I will, however, encourage anyone who wants to join the movement and boycott EA. Because it's kinda hard not to talk about it, you know, after dedicating over 2 decades of my life playing The Sims. And when it came to the museum in The Sims 4, it was the most boring venue. The same could be said about the collectibles system in The Sims 4. Like, what happened with those? Nothing. And from what I've seen so far about the museum in Paralives, not only does it evolve the more donations it receives, it also has a gift shop, which is such a cute and fun idea, and I'm sorry, but The Sims 4 could never. I'm just gonna put it out there. Another feature that I'm super excited to try out is socializing using the Together cards. I feel like they are such a unique way to perhaps guide you in a different way than you might have otherwise planned. Kind of like if nothing's going right, yell plot twist and go left, or when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, right? Does that make sense? Am I crazy? There is also a wiki page about the Together cards, which has quite a lot of detail. Definitely recommend you check that out. Now, this is one I have touched on very briefly. I obviously cannot wait to get into Paramaker and start making unique and diverse paras, but it's one of the really small details that I'm obsessed with, and that is being able to mismatch earrings and mismatch socks, and also give your para 2 different eye colors. They're such small little things, but they just add so much. And with this last one, the team did receive some feedback that it took too long to walk from one side of town to the other, so they came up with a solution and added bus stops. I think this is a great idea, huge quality of life upgrade, and I love that it costs 3 paradigms to ride the bus, because you either have to impact your time or your bank account, and that does matter depending on what kind of gameplay you're into. And that ties nicely into the last topic that I want to talk about in this video. So to finish off this video, I do want to talk about what my plans are for the game when it initially comes out. Naturally, I'll be starting with a classic rags to riches. I will be recreating my favorite Sims 4 character. Yeah, it's this guy. And I'll be scoping out if a rags to riches is possible in Paralives, and if there are, or perhaps are not, any limitations. I don't think I ever went into detail on my first channel what Toby's backstory is, so I am really excited to do a deep dive on that when I start my rags to riches in Paralives. All I'm going to say for now is my man has quite the backstory and has lived a very interesting life. Something else I also used to do on my old channel, and I do want to try it out in Paralives, are experiments. Ones like this one, where in The Sims 1, I made 2 Sims, one living in a house with the cheapest furniture and one living in a house with the most expensive furniture, to test out how that actually impacts the Sims' needs and their ability to function in everyday life. And ones like this one, where also in The Sims 1, I made 5 Sims, all with the same house and the same ability to thrive. The only difference was their personalities. I wanted to see how this impacted their ability to gain skills and also their socialization, how that all functioned. So the goal in the end will be to find out if in Paralives, does it matter to have different personalities for your para? And does it matter what kind of furniture you have or what the monetary value of your furniture is? Does anything actually impact your gameplay? I do also want to give building a go in Paralives. I feel like I finally started getting better in The Sims, and then the buyout happened and I wasn't able to continue on. So that is something that I do want to have a go at. Probably going to start with smaller residential properties rather than getting into the more ambitious community lots, but I'll see how I go. Now, the last thing on my bucket list for when it comes to the very initial release of Paralives in early access, and I'm sure that the list will expand over time once I know what I'm working with anyway, but I want to know, is it possible to do a decades challenge in Paralives? Using the rules that have already been established by various simmers over the years, I want to see if I can use those to translate them over into Paralives and recreate a story that I did have to unfortunately cut short due to so many different bugs in The Sims 4, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to continue that story in Paralives. And of course, it starts bucketing down with rain outside while I am talking about this to just match how I feel about it, obviously. But the Decades Challenge truly does hold a special place in my heart. So if I am able to recreate that in Paralives, I want in. Whilst the game is out in early access, I won't be committing to an actual legacy. I'll just be laying the groundwork and doing the scoping out. When the game actually releases fully with all of the features that have been planned, that is when I will be recreating one of my favorite families that I've ever made and continue their legacy the way it was meant to be done. I really, really hope that this will be achievable in Paralives. I don't really care if I would need to use mods or not. I just think it would be the greatest gift to be able to recreate the Vinther family and continue on their story, because that was the most fun that I have ever had playing The Sims 4, and I would love to be able to bring that into Paralives moving forward. Now, I never got to give my first YouTube channel a proper goodbye. The news about the buyout hit and I completely crashed out, deleted everything, my channel, my social media. So before I start this new chapter, I do want to give my old channel a proper send-off. So if you've made it this far, thank you for coming on this little adventure with me, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this little story that I hope to recreate one day in Paralives.